welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob Dagate, and it's my pleasure to be joined by Ryan Perque, who's the director of the Friends of Bayou Lafourche. Ryan, thank you again for joining us. I know you've come on several times. There's always big events happening on the bayou. One that's happening this weekend in celebration, I guess you could say, of the weir removal that took place. I know if you know people that live around Thibodaux, that they sure noticed when that took place. Can you tell me a little bit about the weir removal and why it was done?
Yeah, sure. So, Jacob, first off, thanks for having us on. The weir removal project that finished up earlier this year was part of the Bayou Lafourche Freshwater District's Mississippi reintroduction to Bayou Lafourche. And so that is a series of projects to introduce more fresh water into Bayou Lafourche, not only because Bayou Lafourche serves as a drinking water for 300,000 people across West Ascension, Assumption, Lafourche, and Terrebonne parishes, but also to revitalize Bayou Lafourche into a diversion to send that fresh water and sediment to the lower parts of Lafourche and Terrebonne parishes. So it's a series of projects, again, called the Mississippi Reintroduction to Bayou Lafourche. And one of the projects as part of that series was the removal of the weir. So that weir was constructed in 1969 with the purpose of creating a reservoir for the city of Thibodaux's water intake system and several sugar mills north of that area. So since 1969, great progress has been made in removing other obstacles and obstructions within the bayou and being able to introduce more water into the bayou. So we were at a point now where it was only serving as a hindrance, and there's precautions in place with the Lockport water control structure that's been put in place and the Assumption Parish water control structure that's in place. So those gates can be closed temporarily. Therefore, we no longer needed the weir to create that reservoir.
Okay, and the weir itself, I guess, did it have an effect on I guess, the overall elevation of the water level? Has that changed since it's been moved out?
Yeah, so it changed above the weir. Okay. Below the weir, there's been very, very little change, if any, maybe a handful of inches, barely noticeable. Above the weir, because it was holding some water back, right at the weir, it's probably a little bit over a foot drop in water surface elevation that we saw. And then as you go further up current towards Labadeville, it decreases little by little. So right at the weir, you're looking a little bit over a foot. Closer to Labadeville, you're looking at just a couple of inches, if anything. So it tapers down. And so as the freshwater district continues these additional projects, especially the new pump station that's going to put additional water into Bayou Lafourche, those water surface elevations will raise back to what they were before.
Okay. Now, going to this weekend, Sunday, I believe it takes place. Is it a boat parade that's
Yes.
taking place?
Yes. So this event was originally scheduled for August 28th, which was right before Hurricane Ida. So we decided to go ahead and postpone the event and give the participants and our vendors the opportunity to secure their properties, and fortunately we did that. So in reevaluating potential dates, taking into account the contractor that's working in the bayou to remove all the fallen trees and obstacles, we went ahead and set the date for this Sunday, November 14th at 2 o'clock. So what's going to take place is over at the Jean Lafitte National Park in Thibodaux, 314 St. Mary Street, is where the parade is going to start. We invite both paddlers and motorized boats to participate. While we do invite both groups, we're going to have some barriers in place to make sure that they're separated to keep all of them safe. And so the parade will go down the bayou about a half a mile. It will turn without those two groups interfering again, and then it'll go back up current. And so we've got 4 live bands set up along the route for the participants to enjoy as they're making their way up and down the bayou.
Well, that sounds wonderful. So, again, it's going to be at 2 o'clock, and it's for where exactly is that half mile down? I guess where is the?
That's going to be right past our new Bayou Side Park at Nichols State. Okay. So we just finished our Bayou Side Park over on the Nichols Batchor. We've got John Degg playing there, so those boats will pass up that area and then turn around. So it's free and open to the public. We just want people to come out and enjoy the bayou, kind of showcase Bayou Lafourche being open in downtown Thibodaux without having that weir there.
Okay, and so even if you don't have a boat, is that something you can come
Yes.
out and still enjoy?
So we have canoe for those that want to participate. We have canoes for them to be able to reserve. What we'll have, over at the Jean Lafitte site, which is going to be our launch for the paddlers. If they have boats, they bring them in. We've got a temporary dock set up for them to be able to launch there. For those that do not have any type of boats or kayaks, canoes, we have canoes through the Park Service and BetNet for them to be able to use for the parade. And then the motorized boats, will have them coming in from different directions, but mostly will be at the Layton boat launch on the west side of Thibodaux. We'll have them staged right before the takeoff area.
Okay, and how long do y'all normally think this is going to last?
So we're estimating probably around somewhere between 2 and 3 hours with the time change. We definitely want to make sure that everyone is up and out of the water before it gets dark. So we'll make sure that the parade keeps moving and everyone stays safe, and we have them back on land before the sun goes down.
Well, it certainly sounds like a good time on the bayou, and again, we thank you for coming on and letting everybody know, and we wish y'all success in the event and hope that y'all have some good weather. I think y'all will this weekend.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, stay tuned for more right here on HTV.